What do you want to be when you grow up? The question I heard hundreds of times as a child. I still don't understand why my entire family was obsessed over this question since I was just a few years old. There is for sure a pattern with questions in my family, because now they're obsessed about when are you getting married. Now, growing up felt important, and the little me was stressed finding the answer. I was 6 years old when things started to blend together for me. It's going to sound like one of those posts you'd read on LinkedIn, but luckily for me, it's fact. My mother worked as a financial inspector, and she'd always take me along on visits to different companies. One visit stands out, as it was just after my first day of school. We entered the director's office, and his big, comfy chair caught my eyes, so naturally, I went to sit right on it. My mother tried to smooth things over, but the director calmly and warmly said, "The chair suits you very well, young man. I hope you'll enjoy that as a grown-up too and travel the world like I've done." A big chair, sharp suits, and traveling the world. What more could a 6-year-old ask for? I was hooked. My father, on the other side, worked in the military, and he always had a deep sense of purpose, a commitment to service that inspired me in a different way. Connecting the dots between my mother's business world, my dad's dedication, and this idea of traveling the world, my childhood dream was born. I want to become an ambassador. As I grew older, I started to understand the meaning of different countries and cultures. Volunteering across Europe and Asia pushed me outside of my comfort zone, introducing me to new traditions, languages, and lifestyles. I became a teenager with wide-open eyes that by 18, discovering the world was an addiction. I wanted to see more, I wanted to learn more, and I just could not stop. I decided to study computer science, a decision that luckily gave me this flexibility to keep chasing my global curiosity while building a career. As things took off, opportunities at companies like Amazon and Bloomberg led me to work in London and New York. Before I knew it, I had lived in 3 major cities and traveled to 49 countries across 5 continents, tasting the world from multiple angles: career, adventures, holidays, conferences, and more. And now we get to the core of this talk, as I'm going to give you my top 3 reasons on why travel is the worst passion you can have. Firstly, you accelerate your soft skills way too fast. Come on, this is not fair. Not waiting years and years to get good at soft skills. I believe in the saying, hard skills get you hired, soft skills get you promoted. In less than 5 years, my career skyrocketed from an intern to senior engineer and then to product manager. Soft skills fueled the journey, and travel accelerated them. Here's the thing. You can't travel the world without interacting with people, especially in scenarios like local market negotiations or asking for directions in a foreign language. Imagine yourself for a second in those situations. How would someone listen to you and help you? You become a better storyteller, more efficient in your words, and more aware of your audience. Corporate life loves that. But communication is not just about talking. It's also about listening, really listening. Working in multicultural environments can be difficult in the professional world. What's normal in one country may be inappropriate in another, and what's funny in a language could be extremely offensive somewhere else. Understanding somebody's needs by having context on their geographical culture is a little life hack. Now, travel is not always easy, and good adventures and memories come out especially when you step out of your comfort zone. Sleeping in unexpected places, being fooled by locals, you're more than having adventures, you're growing. These scenarios boost your capacity to adapt and problem-solving skills. And even financially, you'll start to think of better ways to earn and save money to maximize your explorations. Such skills will always be relevant. The second reason is that you unlock your creativity depths. Not being a fully rational person all the time, big disadvantage. For most of my life, I saw myself as a purely rational person. I excelled at math and computers, but I was just not creative at all. I was terrible at painting. I was not good at all at singing. I was convinced I am not a creative type. But here's the twist. As I started to travel more, I had this growing realization. All these places, all these amazing experiences I was living would one day fade into memories. And I wanted those memories to last vividly. I wanted to capture them in ways that would make me smile years down the line. And if you think about it, creative skills are not about the medium, but the underlying story. Singing, painting, acting, they all express something deeper. For me, the medium became photography. I wanted to capture the feeling of staying in front of Machu Picchu or the energy of walking through the streets of Lisbon and Cairo. What started as a way to document my travels slowly turned into a passion for creative expression. I found myself experimenting with light, angles, and timing, and without realizing it, I had tapped into a well of creativity I didn't know I have. The bigger lesson, I realized it was never about the pictures or the places. It was more about telling the story of the moments I lived and the emotions I felt. And this creativity spilled over into other areas of my life. The way I work, the way I speak, or even how I'm approaching problems. When you manage to combine a rational mind with an artistic soul, you'll soon see balance in everything. The third reason is that you start investing more in the human connection. Not living for yourself only, that's so bad. My favorite lesson out of travel is appreciating the people in my life more. Traveling often or living abroad comes with challenges, unforeseen situations, and even loneliness when you find yourself thousands of kilometers away from your safe place. These scenarios deepen the connection you have with the people that matter most, your family and your true friends, the ones that will be there to listen to you, care for you, and help you. This is applicable in love as well. I had a 6-year relationship, which had a few long-distance episodes. I remember when my girlfriend at the time visited me in New York from Romania after 3 months spent there. It flipped a switch in me into appreciating the people in my life more and not take for granted their presence in my life. Speaking more often to my parents or giving random calls to my friends became routine. But if the dear ones are the honey, new people are the spice. I met new people in the completely opposite corner of the world that became lifelong friends. It's amazing learning from somebody else's life story and the decisions they made to end up where they are. They come with new perspectives, new lessons, and sometimes a couch to sleep on when you visit a different country. Now, please pause for a second. How often do you let new people into your life? How much do you learn from others, even if they seem completely different from you? I'm a true believer that anybody you meet in this life comes with a lesson for you. Maybe it's love, maybe it's trust, maybe it's pain or disappointment. One thing is sure, for me, travel accelerated all those lessons. And after all, regardless of the society you live in, travel teaches you something powerful. We're all humans, and deep down, we want similar things. At different levels, everybody is looking for respect from others, being understood and cared for. Plot twist, I never became an ambassador, in the proper sense of the word. But I became an ambassador at my core, representing my country, my principles, and my beliefs. The people I interact with while traveling the world, the stories I would tell, the way I would behave, everything is creating a projection over me and my roots. So, hey kid, I kind of became an ambassador, maybe even better than a real one. Allow me to join the dots. Travel is by no means the worst passion you can have. It accelerated my social skills, it helped me become more creative, and it opened my eyes towards appreciating the people in my life more. Now, ask yourselves these questions. When was the last time you truly looked through somebody else's eyes? How do you keep your memories alive and fuel your creativity? When was the last time you told your parents you love them? As I let you reflect on all these questions, I'm going to share with you one last hack that worked for me the best. Let your heart beat local and your mind dream global. Thank you.